Hi, I'm Vanessa Asare. I am a model, content creator, and I work in procurement.
Cool. So Vanessa, I guess we've known each other for about at least 10 years, right? Maybe a bit longer.
Certainly, yeah.
Can you remember where we met?
My sister brought me to your place because I was doing my prom dress.
Oh, okay.
I remember the dress. It was an orange dress, silk dress, and you designed it and made it for me. And then from there, yeah.
Do you still have it?
I have the pictures. I don't have the dress, but I have the pictures, and I was the belle of the ball. So okay. My sixth form leavers or prom, I guess.
Cool. The funny thing is, your sister was one of the very first customers I ever had.
Wow.
And that was, nearly 20 years ago. For those watching that might recognise your face, you're one of the models that we use in our campaign.
I am, yeah.
We recently worked together on the bridal shoot that we did, which is on our website. And also, I think it was just after COVID, we worked on another shoot with Jessie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the swimwear one as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I've got that swimwear one. So I think one of the reasons that I'm kind of drawn to you is that you have a really strong kind of personality on social media. Your social media account is, you're kind of like an actor/comedian.
I mean, I ain't gonna not deny it, but yeah, I'll take that for sure.
So like, how did that kind of start to the decision you made to go in that direction?
I think for me, I just always felt like this is just who I am. And so many scenarios happen in my life, excuse me, so many scenarios happen in my life, whether it be good or bad, but like, I always try to see the funny side of it. And I guess it's somewhat relatable because everyone goes through stuff. And from there, I was just like, you know what? Why not dive deep into that? Yeah. Cool.
And like, this might be a tough question to answer, but where do you get your confidence from?
I think it comes through maturity, having faith that just knowing that God's got me. And I just feel like it's just a combination of things, like maybe my friends, my family, and knowing that, I'm just like the girl. I guess, it is. It's just being your own hype woman and just knowing that, at the end of the day, you have to live life and enjoy it. So that's what I'm doing.
I like that you said being your own hype woman, because I guess if you're not kind of batting for yourself, then it's going to be difficult to get other people to bat for you as well.
Agreed, yeah, and it's not all the time you can rely on people to do things for you, so why not do it to the best of your ability for yourself?
Yeah. And you mentioned that you handle procurement?
Yeah.
So tell us about that role.
So I work for supply chain for the NHS, and it's a broad aspect. So I couldn't exactly pinpoint what it is, but let's just say they're putting us to work. Okay. So yeah.
Cool. And so do you enjoy it?
I do, for sure. It's definitely challenging, but with that being said, any challenge that I come with, it's something that you can learn from every day. So it's very mind stimulating, and you just get to see a different side of the world, and I actually enjoy it.
And I mean, with the outgoing personality that you have, do you have like a large circle of friends? Or?
You know what, funnily enough, I have a small circle of friends. I may know odd people and stuff, but it's just more so of, keep the circle tight, I guess. And just, making sure that I say you, but I'm mindful of how I put my energy out there, because I know I'm a great time, so I don't want anyone to have that. So,
So I guess what role would you say that you are in your friendship circle? Are you the funny one? Are you the kind of responsible one?
Obviously the funny one, the smart one, the best one. No, I'm not playing, but just somebody who's like reliable, funny, very like caring, and just a joy to be around.
Right. Would you say that you're career driven at all, or you're just happy-go-lucky?
I think it's a mixture of things, to be quite frank with you. I feel as to say I am very happy-go-lucky, but with that being said, I'm very intentional with how I do things. If I'm gonna go out and do like crazy stuff, I'm not gonna just jump off a bridge, but I'm gonna make sure like, you know, I make sure I just be intentional how I do things, you know.
Right.
So that's where I feel as if I'm at in my life right now.
Okay.
More intentional.
Okay. And are there aspects of your career that you maybe aren't satisfied and you think need more work?
I guess so, but I feel as if to say like I am here for a reason, and I feel as if it's just for me to be present and work to the best of my ability, and just, I guess, go from there. I guess, you know, as you progress in life, things will be highs and lows, but it's just about learning to manage that, really.
Yeah, I like that. And you're Ghanaian, right?
Yes, I am.
Cool. So we're born.
Very proud.
Were you born in Ghana?
No, I was born here. I was born and bred in East London, and I frequently go back home.
Okay.
And yeah, just proud to be Ghanaian, definitely.
So describe Ghana to someone who's never been there before.
The best place on earth. I think just not Ghana alone, let me even be broad, like Africa alone, it's just a boiling pot of just good time, of having a great time, of like, you know what, I can't even like put things into words because you just have to be there. But if I have to sum it in like 3 words, I would say family orientated, a good time, and culture. Yeah.
Cool.
A lot of culture.
Yeah.
A lot.
Now, like, I've often been mistaken for being Caribbean. I was born in Sierra Leone. Have you ever been mistaken for being, I don't know, Nigerian or anything?
Definitely, a lot of people think I'm Nigerian, or from Sierra Leone as well.
Okay.
And then they think I'm Ghanaian. They're like, "You're a Ghanaian. You don't look like a Ghanaian." I'm just like, "How does a Ghanaian look like?"
And is it Twi? What
Yeah.
language do you speak?
So I'm Ashanti and I speak Twi.
Right. So I don't know, give us like 3 things that people should know how to say when they go to Ghana.
3 things. So to say welcome, I think this is quite generic. Everyone should know this, even if you're from planet Mars. Is to say welcome is Akwaba. Okay. One thing I'd say as well, to say like, you know, we like to say please a lot. Like, for instance, we'll say, "Please, can I have this water?" So you'll say, "Pacho me per insio," which means, I'm laughing because it's just like, anyway, so it means, "Please, can I have some water?" So, and then a final thing I'd say would be like, just to say, show gratitude. So, "Pacho me dase," which means, "Please, thank you."
Okay, all right, cool. So going back to your career for a moment, describe to us what the term "making it" looks like in your eyes.
Okay, cool. I'd say being relatable, so then people are able to seek advice from me, and I'm able to give advice. What else would I say? I'd say being a representative of Black women. So where I work, we have a small amount of BAME people, and I guess it's a thing of being proud of who you are, but also just, you know, being that representative that, you know what, if I can make it, you can make it. And I'd say my final point of what it looks like to me would be, I guess just being happy where you are, being content, and finding ways just to appreciate where you are, being present.
So is there such a thing as a plan B to your career?
Plan B. Wow. What a question. I just feel like I have faith that God has got me, and I know that wherever I land, He will have me and guide me. So the plan B, I guess the plan B is just to do what's on my heart. So yeah, that's the plan B.
Okay. Now, this might come as an odd question, but do you believe that it's possible for racial and gender equality to actually exist?
I'm quite an optimistic person, and I honestly believe that, like, if you put whatever effort you need to put in, anything is possible. I feel there's been a shift somewhat in society, whether it be in the workplace or how people are treated. However, it's not necessarily a thing where it's a prominent thing. So I feel like people will do what they want to do, really and truly. I guess it's just not necessarily my place to always educate people, but let it be known that I'm a proud Black woman and I'm a woman as well. So, like, at the end of the day, you know, wherever you are, it's just making your stance and making your presence known, really. Do I think we could come to an equal place? It depends what equal is to people. So, yeah. But,
okay.
That's my stance, I think.
And with that in mind, has there been any, and this isn't someone that you know, but someone in the public realm who, when you're growing up, you thought, yeah, they're achieving, or they're at a place where you would want to be?
Can I get back to that question? Can you come back to me? Because I just feel like there's, I wouldn't actually think about anyone publicly. I think personally, I have my own people. Like, obviously they're not in the public eye, but like, you know, publicly.
Well, let's talk about people that, like, in your circle that you know.
In my circle, I'd say, like, my sister, definitely. My senior sister, she's like just an inspiration in so many different ways, from being a mother to a wife to a career-driven woman to how she was when she was young, making sure that my brother and I were good and stuff. So when you think about it at the time when she's telling you off, it's just like rolls eyes. But now when I'm older, I'm just like, oh, maybe she had a point. So yeah, my sister is definitely one of my biggest inspirations. Publicly, I'm still questioning because I'm just like,
So, thinking of the Vanessa that was at school to the Vanessa that is an adult, would you say that you're still the same person, or have there been quite a few changes?
I feel as if to say I'm still very much a happy-go-lucky person. I've learned a lot of things in the sense of maturing and being a better person, and I feel like I've learned to be more mindful of how I say and think about myself. You know, as you're growing up, I have like broad shoulders, and no one in my family had those shoulders. No one in my family was tall and somewhat slim like me and lanky, and it's just like, you know what, as I've grown up, I've come to realise that's just me and ain't nothing gonna change. So yeah, I'd say that I'm definitely much more confident in who I am. Before I wouldn't wear like dresses like this, but you know what? Here I am today. So that's a plus. That's a win. And yeah, I guess I'm still somewhat myself, but just much more mature and better for myself and for everyone else in the world.
Well, yeah, great. And like thinking about how you maintain, you know, positive mental health, are there any things that you purposely implement into your kind of day-to-day life?
For sure. So like, I feel health is wealth. Wealth is health? Health is wealth. Either way, the point is, at the end of the day, health is important, and I take pride in like looking after myself. I work out, I practice yoga majority of the mornings. I like eat a lot of like good greens and stuff, and exercise as well. And like I said, faith is important to me, so that helps me be grounded and be humbled. And I guess just talking to myself and talking to others, it's so important. And I feel like no man was supposed to be born on an island by himself. So I feel it's important that like I'm able to just express how I feel, and you never know, God could be speaking through somebody in some way, shape or form. So yeah, that's my stance on how to like keep a positive mindset. It's not necessarily all the time it's always going to be like that, but whatever the circumstance is, I know it's always going to be a temporary circumstance, whether it be good or bad. And it's just about understanding that I'm protected and I'm good. Like, you know, I'm here for a reason, so I'm here to fulfill that reason.
Okay, great. And like, you know, since the last lockdown, the whole COVID thing, I mean, has there been any changes to your life since then? Because we all slowed down. I mean, have you kept that up, or are you kind of still back to back?
I feel like I've honestly like learned to just take my time. I feel pre-COVID, everything was just in a rush. Like, you're going somewhere, you're in a rush. You're going to eat, you're in a rush. But now I'm just like, you know what? Take your time, because COVID taught me that life is just unexpected. I think it just reminded me, like, life is just unexpected. But not only that, but it's a chance to just appreciate what you have, be content where you are, embrace all the things that you've gone through, whether it be good or bad. And I feel like it was a life lesson to just take time. And I feel as if I've carried that mindset up until this time, till now, to present.
And like the thing about your personality now, like for me, I have a huge issue with authority. Like even the slightest way that someone will speak to me incorrectly, I'll just take offense. Now I can then flip that into a positive, where it keeps me encouraged at work and keeps me working for myself. So would you say there are any flaws you might say on your character that you spin around to be positive?
What's that question? I'd say something I'm trying to improve on is procrastination. She tries to lurk in the streets of my area. She tries to come knock on my door, but I'm just like, you know what? She has no place in this place. And so I feel like as if what I'm doing now to flip it and just to be active, just to actually get out there and do what I've got to do. Like, if I've got something that I've got to do, I'll write it down and I'll actually do it. I think that's something I'm trying to like work on. I feel as if for when I was in COVID, I like done a lot of self-reflection, a lot of reading, a lot of prayers, and I feel as if like I've learned to just, I guess, put down my ego, not in a sense of putting it down myself, but like realizing that my ego can actually catch offense to a lot of stuff, but really and truly it's just the ego. It's not actually me who feels offended. So I feel as if I worked on that, and I feel as if I'm actually working on that, and it's actually helping me out a lot, because some people are wild with the way they talk, but when you tap into the ego, it's just like, you know what, maybe that person's just having a bad day. No worries, let me just brush it off, let you know it's not right. But, you know, just approach it in a different way in that sense.
Okay. Of all the kind of different projects that you've worked on, which would you say is the most inspirational that you'll tell the kids about?
I'd say working on your project, the swimwear, because I guess, you know, sitting on cold sand was exciting. I was excited. Yeah. That was definitely interesting, and that was like you just, at that time in the world, it was just crazy, like post-COVID, but everything post wasn't necessarily all balanced. So yeah, that time was very interesting. Yeah, that's when shoot was exciting.
All right. So here's the last kind of set of questions, and these are 10 quickfire A and B questions. Okay, here we go. So first one, Audi or Mercedes?
Audi.
Coming to America 1 or Coming to America 2?
Coming to America 1. They should never have done number 2. You should sometimes you just leave things alone.
All right. iPhone or Android?
I've had both, but I'll say an iPhone.
Okay. A lifetime supply of makeup or lifetime supply of hair products?
Hair products.
All right. R&B or Afrobeats?
Afrobeats.
A well-paid job with a pretty toxic environment or a low-paid job and it feels like heaven every day?
Low-paid job.
All right. Fish and chips or jollof rice with stew?
Jollof rice with stew. Which just are on the side, yeah.
Call the Midwife or Love Island?
Call the Midwife.
Holiday in Paris or Maldives?
Maldives, hey.
Alright. Final one, heels or trainers?
I can't answer that. I can't. I can't answer that. Like, trainers, heels. It depends on the day. I'm a woman. Sometimes I want something. Sometimes I don't. So depends on the day.
Okay. All right, cool. Well, thank you, Vanessa, for your time today.
Hey.
It's been really great hearing your story, and yeah, we'll include your social links in the description.
Awesome.